Good morning. Welcome. Join me. Come on in. I am Kiana Shaw, CEO of Leadership Academy and the creator and author of I Choose to Be a Lady and the I Choose to Be a Lady movement. And you are joining me on Coffee with Kiana. Give me a minute to put some lip gloss on because my lips are dry. All right, I feel better. I was like, Lord, it feels like my lips are sticking. So here we go. Today's title is What They Think of You Is Not Always Your Business. So I put always because sometimes it is, because what people think about you is your reputation. It's how they've been treated by you. And so if a lot of people have a negative opinion of you, then you may need to course correct some things, right? You may need to adjust. Good morning. Thank you for joining. You may need to adjust something that you're doing, right? You might need to become a better person. You might need to stop doing some stuff. Whatever the reason, you need to make sure that people should have a high affinity for you. They should walk away from you not feeling depressed or negative or anything like that. That being said, hey Anissa, that being said, sometimes it's not your business what people think about you. So recently, someone told me that I had lost a Facebook friend. And I was like, really? I didn't know, right? Because I don't go to people's pages. So if you delete me and you don't tell me or you don't send a message or, whatever, I don't know that you've deleted me. And I delete people, if you never post anything, I delete because I figure you're not on there. And I tried to stop doing that, but sometimes it's just, it is what it is. But I lost this Facebook friend because I did a Facebook Live. And in the Facebook Live, I was talking about greatness and what it takes. And I spoke about what it took for me and, my definition of greatness for my life and, what everyone can use as a definition. And I spoke about, you can't be great if all you listen to is music. Like, you got to turn the music off and listen to talk radio sometimes. You have to listen to, something other than your regular local news. You got to turn on CNN. You got to even listen to Fox News, even if you're, a black Democrat. Like, you need to know what people are saying and have a well-rounded view of things. And you also need to know how to combat. And people usually, when people are talking, they let you know exactly what you need to do to combat whatever they're saying, right? Because they expose their position. Well, apparently this person was upset. And while I don't think negatively of the person at all. I think that the person is a great person. But here's what I will say. I'm not worried about that. Hey, Uncle Gregory. Hi, good morning, you guys. That's one of my favorite uncles. Uncle Gregory has joined us. Hey, Thean, good morning. So, in that, here's what I wanted to say. You can't be worried about what everybody thinks about you, because the reality is I'm not for everybody. I'm just not. I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to say some things that's going to hurt your feelings. And you're either rolling or you're not. And I'm okay with whatever decision that you make. Why? Because I don't roll with everybody. And it's not that they're bad people. Hey, Erica. It's not that they're bad people. It's just that I cannot roll with everybody. Some people do things that I just don't do. I don't club. Even when I was younger, I worked as a junior publicist for a while, so I clubbed then. But when I stopped working as a junior publicist, I think I may have gone to like 3 or 4 clubs like after that. But my reality is this. Just because I'm not for you as far as professional development, just because I'm not for you for friendship, doesn't mean that we gotta hate each other. Sometimes it means it's not working out for this part. But and you have to be okay with that. Thean, did your connection come back? I hope it did. You have to be okay with that. But I stand in my position. You cannot be a great wife and disrespect your husband. You just can't. You can't be a great wife and talk to your friends bad about your husband. You can't be a great mom and you cussing your kids out. You can't be a great mom and you're never at PTA meetings. You can't be a great dad and you only see your kids on the weekend because you got other stuff you want to do during the week. Like, come on, let's just be honest about what it takes to be great. Good morning, Sharon, Purple Lady. You guys, Purple Lady has Purple Rain Life Skills Center, and I teach professional development with her. Amazing. Connection come back? Okay, it came back. But she can't be great in her company and sleep 10 hours a day. Like, come on, we have to understand that greatness takes work. We can all be average. Being average doesn't mean anything. Being average just simply means that, you know, I'm gonna do this part and that's it. And we can all be average at our marriages, in our families, in our businesses. We go to work, we do what we need to do, and we leave out. We don't do nothing extra. We're not participating. We don't have any team building skills, but we're there. We're getting the work done. That can be average. But if you want to be, you know, promoted to manager, you're gonna have to step up. And that's the whole thing about greatness. Greatness is about stepping up on a level that is above and beyond what you are used to. So for me, greatness means getting up at 3:30 every morning, even on the weekends. Why? Because someone told me, my pastor actually said to me one time that he gets up because the day he can get a jump on his day. And he said, I can go to bed as early as I want to, but never will I let my day beat me. And so he gets up at 4 o'clock. And so because I'm competitive, I get up at 3:30. That's just what it is. But I know when I get up at 3:30, by the time I finish praying and, you know, relaxing a little bit, just kind of gathering myself around my day, that he's up and he's making moves. And I love that feeling. I love knowing that there are other great people up with me. I love it when I know that. Thank you for sharing the video, Kia. Let me turn off my notifications so I'm not disturbing y'all. Okay. Hey, Vicky, good morning. So with that being said, like we have to make the moves that are necessary, and we can't be worried about what everybody thinks about us while we're doing it. Because the reality is people are offended by me saying you can't be a great mom if you're cussing your kids out because they cuss their kids out. That's why you're offended. That's why you're mad. You're mad when I say, for me, it means, you know, getting up early enough so that I'm not rushing my daughter out of the house. If you're mad at that, it's probably because it's holding a mirror up to you. And I'm okay with that. I want you to think about it every time you rushing her. I want you to think about it every time you cussing your son out. I want you to think about, this ain't greatness. That's what I want you to say, this ain't greatness. As much as I can't stand that lady that always wear the same leadership t-shirts everywhere she go, bam, because that's my brand. As much as you don't like it, I want you to look at it. It says my connection is weak. Are you guys getting me okay? Hopefully you're getting me. I'm going through on the 17 freeway. Hopefully you guys are still able to see me. But you know, the reason why there is such a push and a need for people to be great right now is because there's so much negativity in the world. And the reality is, if you're gonna be great, if you're gonna push yourself to the next level, if you are going to leave a mark on this world, if you're gonna have a legacy to leave behind, you gotta step it up. And if you're mad at people telling you to do that, oh well. If all you listen to is rap and you never turn on the news when you're driving, if all you're listening to is music, that's fine. I don't have a complaint about it. I'm just saying that it doesn't lead to greatness. Greatness requires you to do things that are uncomfortable, to do things that are outside of your norm, to do things that are out the box. And if that is a problem for you, I'm okay with that. I'm just not okay with it for me. And so when my brother told me years ago, I want to say this was 2005, he was buying and flipping houses. And I was like, dude, like I want to join your team. And he said, you got to read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad and the Cash Flow Quadrant by him. So There were actually 4 books that I needed to read, and I was just kind of like, what? Really? I have to read these books? Are you kidding me? And he was like, yeah, if you want to join my team, yes, you absolutely have to read these books. And I was low-key offended, you guys. Why? Because I didn't want to read them. Not because I can't read. Like, yeah, I was like, I know how to read. Didn't I teach you how to read? Right? No, I didn't teach you how to read. But, but I was offended because I didn't want to stretch. But it was the stretching that made me fall in love with Robert Kiyosaki's understanding of money, which made me pull myself out of debt, which made me a better candidate for different things that I wanted to do and accomplish in life. It wasn't that he was trying to put me down, it's that he was trying to elevate me to a level where he could work with me. And this is my brother. And the reality is, there are people that are on the levels of greatness that I want to work with, and I could not do it if I didn't step up. I could not do it if I didn't push myself to another level. I didn't want to be a writer. I wanted to do movie scripts. That's what I wanted to write. I never wanted to write books. I never saw myself writing books. And when my aunt told me years ago, bless her heart and God rest her soul, when she told me years ago that I would be a best-selling author, I was just like, okay, Auntie Cha-Cha, right? But when I became a best-selling author, I remembered that because somebody believed in me way back then. Now, had she said, now I want you to take a writing class, I wouldn't have wanted to do that. But it would have made my first book that much better because I had to have it, reviewed and edited, and then I was offended at that. I was, God, like, this is so much, and they had a meeting with me, and this is how you need to say it, and you can't say it like that. You need to make it compelling where people are drawn in and they want to read it. And I'm listening in the meeting and I'm checking my ego the whole time because at the end of this, I want to be better. And I can't be mad at people who are telling me things to make me better. I can't be mad at people who are sharing with me the ways that they get better. Layla Ali talked about catching the bus and then like getting a car, like catching the bus to the other side of town and then buying this little bucket car that didn't even run well enough for her to pull it out of the lot of the place she bought it from. But she knew that she had to make things happen. And she was the daughter of one of the greatest fighters in the world. But she just wanted to be a nail technician. She just wanted to do something. Hey, Vicky, thanks for joining. She just wanted to do something else. And here's the thing. When you feel greatness tugging at you, when you feel it pressing into your belly every day, when you know that there is something more, and even if you don't know it, but you just want something more, you're going to have to get to a level of greatness. And you're going to have to do some stuff that is not comfortable. So if people are going, oh, well, who is she to say? She lives here, or she doesn't live in the best place, or she works here, or so what? Just keep being great. Just keep taking the steps to greatness every single day. And you don't have to announce the changes. Just keep being great. Keep being great and getting a new standard of greatness, because the reality is there's a level of greatness that April Franks Hunt, that Allison Bird, that Lisa Nichols, that Damon John, that George Frazier have that I aspire to. And I'm not going to get it listening to rap music. I'm going to get it turning them on when they do a Facebook Live. I'm going to get it by showing up to their events, and it's going to take some money out my pocket, but I'm going to go. Because there's a level of greatness that I aspire to, and I can't get it in doing the everyday things that I've done. I can't get it with a lot of my childhood friends. And some of them have made great strides and they're doing wonderful things, but not all of them. So I got to pick and choose which ones that I allow to pour into me. And if I'm not right for you, that's okay. I just want you to be with somebody. You don't never have to spend a dime with me. And now I totally understand why my coach says this all the time. You don't never have to spend a dime with me. You never have to. But what you do need to do is spend some money somewhere with someone that's going to elevate your game. Because at the end of it all, in 7 years, I can say, I'm glad I did it, or I wish I would have done it. Those are the only 2 things that you're going to say. So, as much as, you know, I can't say I'm hurt, because I'm not. I don't want to sound like, I don't know if that sounds bad, but I can't say I'm hurt because I'm not. But as much as I want to connect with people, as much as I want everything to be great all the time, you know, people to love me, and, you know, I guess I don't necessarily want that, but it would be nice. It would be nice if people, you know, were constantly on the team and constantly, you know, ready to fight on your behalf and go to the bat with you. Everybody's not there for that. Some people are literally there to, you know, test your willpower, to test your patience, to test your self-esteem. And you got to be okay with that. You just have to be okay. Hey, Sharon, you have to be okay with that. You just can't be bothered with everything that everybody says about you. You can be great and people are going to talk to you. Hi, Beverly. You can be a great wife and people will say, he runs her life. That's just what they're going to say. Why? Because haters hate. And people talk all the time. And so you can't make it your business to get caught up in what they're going to say. But what you can do is say, okay, I get it. You don't like that I'm a great wife, and move on. If you have to even acknowledge it. You're going to be a great mom and people are going to say you're overprotective. You can be a great mom and people will say, you know, you pushing her too hard. You're pushing him too hard. So it doesn't matter. Just go be great. And when she deleted me, I'm sure she said a whole lot of stuff. Okay, because I know her. So that's fine. But at the end of the day, my standard of greatness is mine. And your standard of greatness is yours. And when you allow people to pour into your life, and when you take everything they say in stride, when you go, that's not for me, but that part was, take what was there for you. It's all about your response. Silence speaks volumes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's the thing. I didn't even know she was deleted. That she deleted me. Somebody else told me. Okay. I'm not going to reach out. Because if that is what offended you, it's no need to reach out and bring you back to my page, because you're going to get more of that. Why? Because I'm in a new level. I'm in a new season in my life, and I love it. And if where I am offends you as a woman, as a person, okay. God bless you. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Absolutely, Beverly. Absolutely. But everybody's not ready for meat. Some people are still on milk even though they're 40. And you want to know why? Because no one has taken the time to push them to greatness. No one has told them, or they haven't taken the time and the opportunities that were there for them to go to greatness and go to the next level. So delete me. And let them delete you. You talk about God too much, so delete me, because he gonna come up. I remember when you used to do that, so delete me, because I'm better now. I remember when you used to go, but I don't go no more, so delete me, because my new places are going to show up in your time feed, and I'm good with that. I am 100% okay with being a better me and bringing people along. If you don't want to go, I'll see you around. And I'm going to say it just like that, and I'm going to smile, and I'm going to love you anyway. Just because you delete me, you get mad at me, that don't mean that I don't love you. It doesn't mean that I stop being a good person. It doesn't mean that you're not a good person. It just means that I'm not for you. Let's go. Let's keep going to the next level, though. Even if we go apart, because the way God works, I have crossed paths several times with people. I have crossed paths several times with people. And in some places we were good, in some places we weren't. But if they were meant to be, we came back. Some of my best relationships started out in conflict. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Someone told me recently, you're not able to return calls. That doesn't make sense. Listen, I can't be in charge of your self-esteem. I can't. I cannot be in charge of your self-esteem. So if me not returning your call is upsetting you, I don't know what to tell you. Because guess what? I'm a mother. I'm a parallelpreneur working 2 jobs right now. Did I say I'm a mother? I'm a daughter. I'm a wife. I'm not a wife. Lord have mercy. Let me speak that into existence. But I'm a girlfriend, and I am a sister, and I'm a granddaughter, and I'm an auntie. Did I say I was a mother? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an author. I'm a coach. Did I say I was a mother? And for the last 2 weeks, I've been all of this with the concussion and still haven't stopped because I'm a mother. And everything else I do in life is tied to the betterment of my child. So I don't get to stop. And that's greatness in action. That's my level of greatness for the level I'm on, and I'm pushing through. And I'm taking everything in stride because guess what? Life happens, but I still want to be great. And I still got to push forward. You are blessing my entire life right now with this word. Amen. Thank you so much, Beverly. I appreciate that. I can't be in charge of your self-esteem. Can I borrow that? Honey, you can have it. You can have it. Because it's the reality. I don't want to be in charge of anybody's self-esteem. I don't want to be in charge. So here's the rule. Whenever you borrow from somebody, you got to give them credit the first 3 times. After that, it's yours. I tell my best friend that all the time because I borrowed. I'm going to be a lot of things, but a punk ain't one. So I gave her credit the first 3 times, and then I was like, all right. That was just mine. But please feel free. No worries. Every day, you guys, there's going to be something. There's going to be some conflict. There's going to be someone who doesn't like what you said. And they're going to say things like, I'm grown just like you. And I don't like the way you said that. And there's always going to be something. Your job is to keep doing what God has purposed you to do. That's your job. God has purpose being a mother in me. He has purpose being a wife in me. He has purpose being a world changer in me. He has purpose being a catalyst to greatness. He has purposed me to be a midwife to greatness. There's just, I can't take it lightly anymore. And if it hurts your feelings, that's okay. It is perfectly okay to not like people. Here's what you can't do. You don't get to say stupid stuff like, it's just something about her. It's just something about her. Be able to name something. Hey, Mashandi, you have to be able to name something. You can't say, it's just, I don't know. This is my first time meeting her. It's just something about her. Because the reality to that statement is, there is something about you that doesn't resonate with that person. But it doesn't have to be a thing of they've done something, right? But you should at least be able to say our spirits don't match. You just saying you don't like her and you don't know what it is. How old are you? That would be my question. How old are you that you don't like people just because it's just something about her? And the reality is, there's usually a mirror image that she's holding up to your face. And so what you're seeing is the way she combs her hair. Good morning, Sia. The way she combs her hair. You've been wearing your hair the same way for 10 years, and here she come with ringlets of what you like. You want your hair like that. Now you don't like her. Or she wearing her hair the same way you've been wearing it for 10 years, and you don't like her because you don't like that about you. Get over it. Go be better. That's not greatness. That is not greatness. You don't get to say, oh, I don't like her for no reason. It's just something. That's not okay. Pull your life together and go be great. Whatever greatness looks like to you. And don't be offended by what greatness looks like to somebody else. Because greatness for you might be making it home to cook dinner. Greatness for you might mean that your family is not eating fast food. Greatness to someone else might mean getting home to make dinner and sitting with their family and eating the dinner and having a dinner conversation. Back, because y'all come back. Okay, here we go. So greatness might mean, it might look like her getting home, making dinner, having dinner with her family, having conversations, and teaching her kids how to have a conversation at a dinner table without their cell phones, because that's a life skill that they will need for business relationships. Do y'all get that? But if greatness for you is simply getting dinner without your kids eating fast food, that's still greatness on your level. And that's okay. You should not be offended by the person that wanted to teach them something in the meantime. Hey, Anthony, good morning. Hey, Pamela. Someone said to me recently, oh my God, Kayla walked up to me and she said, hi, my name is Kayla Watson, and shook my hand. She said, I love her. And I was sitting, and someone else had mentioned that to me a couple of weeks before, and I go, that's a life skill. All of our kids should be doing that. And you can't be offended because I point that out. You can't be offended because I'm taking the time to make sure that my daughter knows this, that she has this life skill at 3 years old. You can't do that. You can do is teach your children the same, or make a decision that that's not important to you. Either way, it's okay. Either way, it's okay. You just don't get to be mad at people for their level of greatness. And to do so just shows everybody that you are not yet at a level of greatness. I'm not going to be in charge of your self-esteem, and I'm not going to put you in charge of mine. Can we make that deal? If we don't do anything else, can we make the deal that everyone is in charge of their own self-esteem? Now, if you're 15, I'll help you. I'll be in charge. But at 30, I'm going to be in charge of 30-year-olds. So can we just make the agreement that you had to learn this? I get it. I had to learn it too, Anthony. We all have a standard of greatness, and it is perfectly okay for our standards to be different. It's just not okay to hate each other for it. All right. So this has been Coffee with Kiana. Have a great day. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for joining. I think this is your first time on Coffee with Kiana. But thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you. I didn't see you on Sunday. I hope to see you this Sunday so I can put my arms around you. Everyone is in charge of their own self-esteem. Yes, everybody is in charge of your own stuff. I'll let you talk to you morning. Bye. Or actually, no, I'll talk to you Monday. No, I might drop in this weekend. We'll see. But definitely Monday. All right. Bye-bye.